Greetings and salutations, fellow gamers. Lukey P here with the next episode of my Supreme Ruler Ultimate Let's Play series with Brazil. So we are in 1939. World War II has well and truly broken out. Just in case you need a bit of a recap from my last video, so if we have a little look at land ownership or map ownership, you can see Germany has now stomped up into what was once Denmark. France is gone basically. I mean, it's half French and half Italian. Wouldn't surprise me if they go over after Spain yet, but Spain might be protected from Germany by the fact they have Italy on their border and not Germany. So yeah, Italy are starting to chip into various bits of Africa. Yeah, so World War II is well underway. What's that? That's what's left of Yugoslavia. Anyway, no wars in the Americas yet, because we haven't gone off the ground, but our economy is doing very nicely, thank you very much. So let's crack on. We've got our research plants being built here. That little hit, I'm not sure what that was from, probably something we built last episode. We've got our guys here. I think we were thinking about how to improve the supply around this area. So let's have a look at what the supply was. So 60%. It's got an airfield, consumer goods. Really, what I think we want to do is we want to link it up with and what we really want is that seaport in an ideal world. That seaport is going to bring a lot of supply in an ideal world. I think the seaport would have sat on one of these coastal provinces, but since it's been built there, I don't particularly want to demolish something which costs 400 million to build. I think we will build we'll probably build a couple of supply ports up there. Let's make sure we send the right units of engineers to help with the build. Construction, and away they go. Have we got all but one of our ore facilities turned on? We have, haven't we? So we may build a few more. Just have a look. So that's got. These have all got excellent supply, haven't they? I may just build up there because that I think I can fit 5 on, which will mean no need to worry about those for a good while. Just conscious of industrial goods, we've dropped back on them. Let's go and do some trading with our European powers over here, see who's got industrial goods and who fancies selling some of them. So Italy's got a fair chunk, and we'll sell them more or less at cost, so we may well buy all those up. Germany have got a fair chunk and want double, so they clearly are not yeah, I think they're just short of them at the moment, and it's probably also a sign of our worsening relationship with them as they decide to try and stomp everyone on the face of the earth, basically. So the UK's got a load which they're willing to sell more or less at cost, so we will buy them. We will also look at the same time while we're over here to sell them a couple of million barrels of oil. I say a couple of million, about 10. Germany are okay. Italy are running out of oil, so let's sell them about. I want to make sure we don't offer them something we can't then actually. That's not the most amazing price, but they are about to be very helpful to us on these. Rightio, that's going to really impact what we've got here. Diplomatic offer, Ethiopia, we'll accept again. So I think the UK are thinking about, no, they've gone ahead with that, and Italy decided they didn't want to accept our oil, which is alright because they weren't offering the best price in the world anyway. But you'll see that's given us a real hit on money. But it's given us nearly 500,000 of industrial goods, which means we don't have to worry about that for some time. And we do have 200,000 worth of consumer goods. So that is a good margin. Let's see about London. I don't think London's going to offer quite as good margins, but let's see. Let's go nearest to 100 million. Yeah, because they're actually alright on them. They're alright on those. Let's probably sell them a bit more oil because they always give pretty good margins on oil, London. Who else buys consumer goods from us? I wonder if China will, because I'd normally go and look and sell to Japan, but they've gone and conquered Japan. So there's no one left. Yeah, that's about 50% margin, we'll take that. Germany need consumer goods. And this is just, it's not amazing, but we'll take that. This is just rebuilding our cash pile a little bit, because as you see, every lot of 20,000 we sell, no, we're not going to do that. We get about 100 million for value, and then we go and just wait for all those exchanges to come in. Okay. I remember they liked it, but they didn't have much money. But Venezuela, have they actually sorted out their economy yet? Not really. Not really. Okay. See, because they normally want a large amount of consumer goods, Venezuela. Let's see how much they're willing to go to. They go to 218 million, so let's see if we offered them 100 million. Okay, that's roughly 100% margins, so let's accept that. Oh, hello. Oh no, okay. Germany's declared war on Estonia. Okay, fine. I saw that flash from our trade deal with them and I thought somebody had gone to war in the Americas. but not yet. Not yet. So let's have a little check on our economy. Been a little while since we've looked at it so far this episode. So 21% inflation, that is a bit too high really, and unemployment at 2.2%. Chile likes consumer goods, splendid. Who else is buying consumer goods who we didn't go and sell to direct? I mean, China are, I think, aren't they? But labour shortage, I know. I would love more people. I'm really not sure who those are, but they appear to be heading up the coast. Where are they off to? They're just off to up there. Well, let's watch and see who these are. Merchant Marines on the move. Was that my yeah, quite random. Not really quite sure why they've decided they needed to go to the coast and catch the ferry, so to speak, to a military base. Yeah, strange behaviour, but it sometimes happens. Oh, Italy have gone to war with the UK. Okay. I'm just thinking, I wonder if before they start using up too much, now the UK is short of military goods, they're unlikely to want to sell us any. Yeah, okay. And the UK are far richer than Italy, so 4.4 to you. I always like to sell to people on opposite sides of wars. I feel it helps maintain. Well, that's really, yeah, they're not offering a whole lot, so we're not going to sell you a whole lot. It's more just a gesture. How's Germany getting on? Have they exhausted their oil supply yet? Not quite. I'm surprised they're not using it up quicker actually. It's probably because they haven't started their Russian war yet. Yeah, I fear Estonia won't last much longer. So we've got our planes randomly deployed there. Let's put them in reserves. We are doing a good amount of research. Let's put these back in reserve as well. You guys can help with construction. And actually I did say we were going to build, and we will build all ore mines there. So we can fit 4 on that square. Excellent. I thought it might have been 6, but it's not quite as dark red as that red, so never mind. Sweden, good for them. Want to buy consumer goods at nearly a 50% margin. I'm absolutely a-okay with that. Oh, population is growing. It'd be nice to hit 40 million. Our inflation is pretty high, as is our GDP per capita. We may have to think about doing something a bit more dramatic soon. So we've got our supply depots up here. Let's watch for a few guys, see what that does to supply in the area. Should be 93%. Why is it? Okay, well it's 87% there, and it's 81% there. Let's just build a little rude there. Agriculture. Colombia wants me to sell them agriculture at a loss, which I'm going to reject because I think they will come back and bid a more sensible price when they realise I'm not going to sell to them at a loss. And just in case not, let's go and offer to sell to them direct. So you can have 80,000 tonnes if you're willing to actually pay a sensible price. Which they are. Okay. Estonia is eliminated. Not really that surprising, was it? Well, we've got a load of uranium. I mean, not that we need it right now, but I didn't realise quite how much uranium Brazil had up in the north. We are looking for poor supplied areas. Ideally with oil fields. No, that's an excellent supplied area now. Okay, let's have a think about what we want to be developing next. So our rubber is pretty much dead on optimal right now. Our timber's absolutely fine. Oil we're making a load of. Coal we are continuing to pursue the strategy of let's just buy it in. Let's buy another 5 million or so off the market. Metal ore we're fine on and we're building more. Uranium we don't need any of yet. Electric power we're nice and in balance with a small surplus. Military goods we may try and buy but we're probably not going to make. Industry goods we're buying in as needed, and I think we're balanced without we're balanced without our construction projects. And consumer goods we may want to build a few more if we had the population. We may actually want to think about ramping down agriculture a little bit. Why am I exporting metal ore? No. We're going to keep that in country. Bit of a dilemma. Do we ramp down? So I can go to 200% of demand, which is going to be only 30,000. I could just tweak this down to be like 80% of capacity. Let's see what that does. Well, I know what it's going to do. It's going to tank our earnings a little bit. No, we don't sell consumer goods at a loss, Turkey. Let me see if they want to buy consumer goods at a more sensible price. So much money have they got? Hardly any, which I suspect is the issue. That was almost double. How are Iran doing? Iran are quite rich. I doubt they're going to make consumer goods, but let's see. No. Loads of oil, obviously. Yeah, China are nearly 50% margin. So if we offer them 100-ish million, they give us 164. That's quite nice. They've got enough money. We could probably offload a fair bit. Yeah, we can. Let's why not let's sell half a billion. Can't quite get dead on, and we've got dead on, and they're offering us that, which is over a 50% profit margin. So yeah, we will take that. The price must have changed. Lovely when that happens. So yeah, as mentioned on previous episodes, that doesn't mean they don't want to trade with you. It means that the price slightly moved between clicks, and that just, I think that might be better than they offered us before. 503 and 784. What did they reject? Oh, 501 and 788. Right, so they moved by like 4 million in total. Let's see if they. There we go. So that gives us a nice boost up to 4 billion. It allows us to cover the more than cover the drop off of 2 million a day. Now we've decided to ramp back on our agriculture just to try and help balance our economy a bit. We need to reduce jobs, really. I think I may even be able to well, actually, let's bring them down to somewhere with good supply. I was thinking about building another thinking about building another consumer goods plant somewhere, wasn't I think? What we might do is, given we've got, I might zip them down here, build another supply depot, and then use the fact that these can't have any more they could have coal put on them, I guess. I was going to say these can't have any more oil fields planted on them, but maybe they can have coal, so we don't want to waste that in case we need it in the future. It's going to have hydros built on them, so we don't particularly want to waste that. I'm sure there must be somewhere nice and simple to build more. Actually, the supply down here is a bit, let's just ship them down here and then see what happens over the course of a day to the supply here. Yeah, it does kind of buck up to 92. That's 90. We may want to build another airbase there. Let me just see if it can build. No, it can't. So if we build another airbase there, you kind of want to build them, I've read, around about where the supply drops to 80. so around about there. But I'm also conscious that I may want to use that airbase to have something useful on it in future, like some aircraft production. Research breakthrough, and so we've gone for quality control standards. That's helpful. And we may just queue up a few things because we will we may finish these before when I'm not paying attention. So unresearched quality control standards, that's what I really want. That's only going to take 110 days. That's going to be finished before. That'd be finished before. So we basically need to queue up two things, I think. So quality control standards leads to improved power grids. That will take a long time, but it's well worth it. So we'll add that to the queue. Advanced vacuum clip tubes. What about we should probably start thinking about our military, so let's just put those two down, because at some point soon we are going to want to start building up our ability. Germany have declared war on the Netherlands. I sense another short war coming. Go there. Let's build some transport. And then let's go to consumer goods. So they've finished. And we've now got 10.5 off. Let's see if we can still. No, so we need another one on. Just get back down to that. And we should be balanced. I think it just needs a day to tick through, maybe. There we go. I wonder if there's anything else useful they can build there. So they've got 98% supply there. There's nothing else they can build. What I might do is have them build an industrial plant. So we don't have to be worrying about our industry goods at the moment, because we've banked $500,000 from that spending spree we went on at the start of the episode. Yeah, our military's out for a little wander again. Netherlands is eliminated. Crumbs. It's basically just Belgium left in Western Europe. Well, let's see if they want some oil. 28% margin, that's quite nice. %62 margin, that's even nicer. How are they doing on producing consumer goods? They're alright because they haven't invaded Russia yet. That tends to become quite chronic once they've invaded Russia. Well, it's not amazing, but it's a 28% margin, so let's take that. See what China's offering us. So if I offer them about 50 million-ish, they offer me 80 million, which is, yeah, that's good. That is a nice margin. We may even want to sell them double, I think. Let's just come up to 151, and they're willing to pay us 238. Good. They do appear to move around a bit, China, don't they, in terms of what they're willing to pay. Let's see what the maximum their offer is. 450. No, the max. So they're willing to buy basically whatever I'm willing to sell them. So if I tried to sell them 300, they would pay me that. You want to keep some on hand for any particularly good opportunities. That's above a 50% margin, I think. I take that. They've rejected it again. Why did you agree to offers then reject them 20 seconds later? Accepted it that time, okay. Okay. Well, I've been getting carried away there watching what we're doing, and while that's been going on, this episode has run a bit long. So I think we are already out of time there. So I will wrap this episode up there. We'll see our research centres are getting a bit nearer to be finished. We've built a fair few number of consumer goods plants, so we'll see what difference that makes to our economy next video. But I will wrap up there. Please do comment on anything you want to below the video, yeah, if you've liked it, like it. If you've loved it, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.